chat option will be available. You can continue doing that, or
Okay,
else I can also put my stopwatch, no issue.
Okay. Sumita, can you make Ayusha the co-host of this session?
Yes.
Hello, sir.
Hi, Ayusha.
You said,
Sir.
sir, so are you addressing me? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
addressing.
Ayusha will.
Yes.
Ayusha will be moderating this session.
Oh, Ayesha. Hi. So the Zoom master will ensure that there is no noise from unmuting of the mic. If this meeting is in webinar mode, I think there is an option called panelist and non-panelist. So, or this is in just a meeting mode.
This is just in meeting mode.
Okay, good. No issue.
Guys, due to some technical issue, most of our name has been Sumit Vajracharya. So I kindly request every one of you to check your name and rename yourself. Ayesha?
Yes, Dee.
I think we can start the session.
Okay, thank you, Dee. Hello and warm welcome to each and everyone present in this webinar. This is me, Rotractor Ayusha Adhikari from Rotrac Club of People's Campus, and I am a general member currently serving from IST Committee. So today, this webinar is all about increasing our ability to adapt. And for this, we have chosen our admirable Bhanu Dabadi sir. And until now, he has proven his versatile capabilities through his different achievements. Now, let me tell something about him. So, he comes with a 25 years experience working in the banking industry, where he held prestigious positions at various banking institutions. He held a position of Director of Strategy and Planning at National Banking Institute, NBI. He is an adjunct faculty of Westcliff University, PBS, Nepal. He teaches general management to MBA. He holds academic qualifications MA, MBA, EMBA, EMBA, MPhil, and a Ph.D. scholar at Kathmandu University. He is a passionate Toastmaster since 1998 and has been recognized by the title of Distinguished Toastmasters, DTM, from Toastmasters International. He currently serves as Division Director, Division C of D103 Chicago. He is a member of Baneshwor Toastmasters D41, Dic Toastmasters Chicago D103, and chartered member of Smedley Chapter 1 Advanced Toastmasters, California, Founders District. He is an acclaimed trainer, teacher, mentor, and human excellence coach. So this session is 1 hour. As this webinar is, time estimation is of 1 hour. So 40 minutes is provided to our facilitator and 20 minutes separated for question answer session. So without any ado, I would like to give the floor to our respected Bhanu Dabadi sir. Sir, please go on.
Thank you, Ayusha, for such an elaborate and very esteemed introduction that you have created of my profile. And everyone, I'm so happy to be part of this webinar. I learned from Shadiksha that these have been a regular event that you have been doing on the various topics, and the topic that you have given me, it's so captivating. The moment I heard the kind of topic that you wanted me to speak on, I've been thinking around and trying. So all what I would be saying today is something that I've lived in my life. So that would be a lived experience that I would share with you all. So if you are all ready, let me first identify where are these people are connecting from. So would you like to put in chats, where are you connecting from? So that I get a fair idea of the various geographies that we have come from, just to figure out how far reaching this webinar has been. Lalitpur, okay, good. Please put in the chat box Kathmandu, okay. From Pokhara, okay, that's Bhairava, Lalitpur, Nawalpur, okay, Pokhara, Kathmandu. Keep giving me these indications so that I get a feel of how far-reaching this webinar. Nasia, what is that? Nasla. Okay, Nasla. Okay, that's a new place that for me. Pokhara. So please keep identifying the place that you bring. You come from Dallu. Okay, Nasla is from Dallu. Butwal, Parbat. Oh, great. Parbat. Is that the place where we have got the highest bungee jumping bridge recently been put up? Okay, good. Now, since I would be talking about my lived experience, and as you heard from my introduction that I've been in the academics, I started as a teacher, then moved on to the banking, worked in banking for 25 years, and now I'm still in teaching professions, training, so I'm an educator. I love, I'm in social organizations. I was in Rotary myself for a long time. Unfortunately, I had to leave Rotary, so I'm associated with the Rotary. I know how Rotaract works. So all these will come in that I'm trying to infuse in what I talk today. So if you see any similarities, any resemblance on what I said today to anything, I would not be quoting any sources here, but I would like to acknowledge that I'm continuously being motivated by all good works that are going around in the world. So those have got very constructive influence on me, and I would definitely like to refer to those good works as I speak to you. So the topic for today being increasing our ability to adapt. My God. First of all, I'm sure you will all agree. If you do agree, please give me an emoji of any sign that you would like to acknowledge. We are all inherently given that device of adaptability. We have it with us. The nature has given us. But the kind of lifestyle that we have lately gathered because of all advent of technology and other lifestyles that we have gone into, probably we have somewhere lost the connections with that device that is inherently there in us, which lets us see the campus that works as a compass, helping us to maneuver and take us to the right and the safer place, helps us adapt. So if you feel that your ability to adapt has anyway compromised, probably you have lost the connections with that device. So reconnecting with that device of the compass that lets you figure out if you are aligned with the lifestyle that lets you live the natural life, the inherent capability that we are all built in. So first, let's figure it out where that device is seated. Where is it? Can you trigger it? Can you reboot it? If it is malfunctioning, then you'll have to fix it. You don't have to look around outside somewhere. And in Nepali, it is very clearly said, Kasturi-sanga kasturi afai huncha, and it goes wandering in the jungle in various places to look for kasturi. There is a very good book called Karodong Kasturi. If you have not read, it's a good book to read about. The kasturi, the device that helps us adapt and align is there, and discovering the connections, rewiring it, making it work it again efficiently, that's a challenge, and that can be done. So in order to explain this, I would use 4 different ideas put together, and I call them, the first item is the body. The first item I would be talking about body. The second item I would be talking about mind. Third item I would be talking about relationship. And fourth item that I would be talking about the purpose in life. If you can take care of these 4 components, I would guarantee, and the guarantee, why I guarantee is, these are my lived experience. I'm not bringing the stuff from here and there and trying to put together and give it to you. I am here honestly talking to you from my lived experience. If you take care of some parts of your body, and I'll explain in a while now, if you take care of your mind, and if you take care of the relationship, and if you reset the purpose of your life, I guarantee you 99.9% you will regain connections to that device that lets you sail through, that lets you adjust, that lets you adapt, that makes you living. If you are still with me, give me some emojis so that I continue. Are you all with me? If I'm very fast, tell me. If I'm not audible, tell me. And that connections needs to be created. If we are not connected, there would be an issue. If there is a language barrier, tell me. I can rephrase at times in Nepali, but my flow would definitely be in English. Okay, so I see very good emojis being posted, and I continue doing that. Let's get to the first component of body. And I call it, that's the fundamental and the basic capital that nature has given you to start working from. If you do not know how to manage your body, I tell you, since I've been in head HR in a bank, I've been a CEO in a finance company, I've been in various capacities, and I tell you, if you cannot manage your body properly, you cannot manage anything in the world. To a proper health, performing, and fresh. And let me give you an example. You, among the age group that you are all, I'm sure some of you are students, some probably have started working. Imagine you are a student. If you are a student, it is expected that you follow a time schedule, be up sometimes when you have classes. When you are attending a class, it is expected that you are in a sound health, very fresh to listen to what is being delivered in the class, and should be able to appropriately respond to what is being discussed in the class. Now, if you have not taken care of your body properly, if you go for a sound sleep the other night, you will not be fresh enough in the class. If you have not eaten healthy food earlier, you will not be in a good health. If you have traveled unnecessarily in a very bumpy road and very tired and have come into the class, you will not be fit to receive everything that is discussed in the class. So the first point of adaptability begins from managing your body. The body continuously gives you signals. If things that you are putting your body into if that is friendly, favorable to your body. If it doesn't help, you should not force your body into. Okay, so the body is the first resource that you should learn to manage. Body itself is a big portfolio. The body, the big portfolio, if you have maintained each component of the body in a healthy conditions, I'm sure your ability to adapt to any changes will be heightened. It will be on a higher side. So please take note and reflect. Have you been adequately giving attention to the sensitivity of your body? Adaptability, the inherent adaptability that you are infused with, have that been nurtured adequately? So the body is one important component. That's how you can move to the higher ability of adaptation. Are you with me, all of you? Let's have very interactive. Your emojis will help me coordinate and continue. Okay, good. Good, Sanjay. Now let me move. I expect everyone to be attentive. Is your body here? Is your body here receiving all the messages that is being conveyed to you? If you are not adapting this Zoom setting to listen to something that is being delivered of this value, if your body is not ready, forget about any other aspects of adaptability. So that's the starting point, the body. Set your body to the right mode of adaptability. Thank you, Dan. Now let's move. The second component, mind. The body is a very gross part of it. The mind is a more subtler part of it. And if you do not understand what mind is and how mind works and how mind to be managed, again, you get into next level of trouble. You have already ruined your body. Therefore, you cannot fix the mind. So the first hardware, the body needs to be fixed, and then you can handle the mind. The mind is more than the brain. Okay, mind is the software that though runs through the brain, but mind is larger. Mind is the software. When you're talking about software, you need to be careful about the malware, the phishing, the introversions, the bugging that you would be continuously being attacked by. The software has to be updated regularly. There would be multiple versions of software coming. A software that ran, the software, the way we think 20 years ago is not relevant today. 50 years ago is not at all relevant today. The frequency of change, the kind of changes, the rapid speed of changes that are coming, if you do not comprehend those changes, if you do not understand them, if you do not adapt to those changes, yes, you would be in a trouble. So the mind needs to be nurtured in such a way so that it sees good thing, a good thing, and useless thing, useless thing. Okay, if it is not able to differentiate what is good and what is bad, if it is not able to differentiate what is right and what is wrong, if it is not able to differentiate what is relevant and what is irrelevant, you are in a trouble. Okay, so keeping your mind workable, first keeping your body fresh and functioning, and since your body houses the brain and the brain is that operates the mind, is a major component of it. Therefore, your mind has to be fresh enough. In today's world, you are given more than you can process. So you need to fix your pipeline, that a big pipeline of influx of informations and unnecessary bombardment of unnecessary garbage that you are at subject of. You need to be very careful. So keeping yourself immune to unnecessary bombardment is very, very important. So mind, debugging of the mind, keeping it fresh. Do not make your mind a trash box. So you have to at times review what you are trying to learn, what you have acquired. Are they relevant? Are they good? Are they meaningful? Do they make sense? If they do not make sense, you have to debug immediately. You have to cleanse it immediately. You have to run a cleansing virusware immediately and keep it fresh. Otherwise, the too much of viruses that keep attacking your ability to think right will clog your mind in such a way so that you will be blinded and you will not be able to see right things. So keeping your mind fresh is equally important, and that assures you that you are further taken care of your adaptability. So your chances that you will sail through the difficulties are higher. If you have kept your body fresh, if you have kept your mind up to date, yes, your ability to sail through the difficulties are mostly taken care of. Two components have now been taken care of. Next, third component that I take you to is relationship. And those are the nets, relationship, or the networks of relationship that we exist in. These take a lot of our time. These take care of us. These are the coordinates of our existence. If I'm not a father, if I'm not a son, if I'm not a friend, if I'm not a colleague, you cannot imagine where do I exist otherwise. So you do exist in reference to many these roles that come by due to the relationship that we have. Now, some relationships are very constructive. They will help you grow. They will help you adapt. They will help you in the purpose that you are living. Some of the relationship, toxic ones, if you are not careful, will puncture your energy, will drain your energy, will work as a dragging force. So you need to be careful. Where are you going to? Who are the people that you are associated with? Who is the community that you are part of? Rotaract, JCs, Lions, many social organizations, they have their own purpose statement. They have their own value system. They nurture different relationships. Be careful when you choose a relationship. The intimate relationship, one-to-one, the bigger in terms of organization, in terms of community. You need to be wise in choosing your relationship. And this relationship will either multiply your energy or drain your energy. And that signal will be continuously given to you. You can always feel after you have gone around with the friends during the day, as you go back home and reflect what happened during the day, you get a feel, oh, this guy, I think, drains a lot of my energy. Oh, this guy motivates me enough. So if you do not nurture your right relation, and if you do not weed out the wrong relationship, you will be in a jungle where you may not be able to figure out what is right, what is wrong, and you will be dragged into doing many wrong things. And that I'm talking from my lived experience. I have been selective, and I learned that well in hand in my youth days, as I was younger like you, that yes, this is something I need to be very conscious of and manage it. If I want to succeed in life, if I want to adapt to the creative process and succeed and sail through the difficulties, I need to be mindful in managing my relationship. Having said so much about the relationship, I now finally go to the fourth component, the purpose. You have got body, you have got mind, now you have got a network of relationship that you exist under. Now, what is the driving purpose that makes you wake up in the morning, go out of your house? Where are you driving? Are you driving to Baneshwor? Are you driving to Koteshwar? Are you driving to Kalanki? Are you driving to Maharajganj? Where are you going to? Why are you going to? What is the purpose? Why have you come to the road tract? What is the purpose? Why have you joined this college? Why have you joined that college? Why have you not chosen to join this time? Why are you studying this subject? Why are you not studying that subject? All these are decided by the purpose, the deep process of the purpose. If you have got the purpose right, everything will be seen so clear. If your purpose are hazy, you will struggle. And there, the moment you start struggling, the fumbling, falling, and the mishap will catch you. So any runner, a traveler, anyone who has a pace of moving with a purpose will sail through all that problems and definitely will make to the goal. So the adaptability. So I'm putting this 4 component into bombing rel per body, mind, relationship, and purpose. If you put them into right order in the functioning mode, I'm sure you will acquire that regenerative capability of our life. We are inbuilt. We have got the regenerating capacity. If anything goes wrong, if you put these components into right form, in a healthy form, the life itself will enable you to sail through the difficulties. Life has got that regenerative capacity. So that's how we sail through. That's how we have the purpose. I'll give you an example of how the purpose drives. I was just listening to BBC this afternoon, and there was a news which said a lady in Ukraine refused to evacuate from the town, so much of bomb shelling happening, but she refused to evacuate. And the reason she cited was she saw many pets, many animals now have been abandoned by the people who are evacuating. And these animals are in trouble now. So she found a purpose that she wants to stay back and take care of those animals. See, many of us, we run for our life. We run for our purposes. We run for our pleasures. We run for our dear ones. But there are people who find purpose which is very high in order for other lives. And these people will be celebrated. These people have been celebrated in the world. And I'm sure the reason why she stated that purpose, that she is not evacuating, she was in BBC News. So the entire world is looking for someone. And I like the Rotary motto, service above self. I'm sure some of these values that you as a Rotaract, you live by. I'm sure your ability to adapt to the difficulties is on her side, definitely. And I wish everyone a good luck. I almost have taken 38 minutes. So now let me summarize. Our ability to adapt is there inbuilt. You have to look for it. You have to find a trigger, that a device, how that device works. Once you put that device into proper order, that will help you sail through all the difficulties. And that device, probably some component of it is wired with your body. Some component of it is wired with your mind. Some component of that is wired with the relationship. And some component of that device are wired with the purpose, the ultimate purpose of life that you're living for. So you'll have to fix all the wires in a right order. Have you connected the wire that connects you with the body rightly? Have you taken care of the fuses? Have you taken off the wiring? Are they connected well? Are they wrapped it well so that there is no leakage of energy? So you need to fix those wires connected with your body. You need to fix the wires that is connected with your mind. You need to fix the wire that is connected with your relationship. And likewise, you have to fix the wires that connects to the purpose that you live for. If all these wires are adequately done, it will definitely take a flight. You can sail yourself through to any destination you want if these wires are properly connected. And believe me, I've lived this. Our life is in such a way designed, we have got that regenerative quality. So take some time, pause some time, rest for some time to let that regenerative capability of your life take the true form of its and help you regenerate that energy, re-gauge your move, and help you sail through. So it has got the inbuilt compass, and I'm sure you would be able to figure that out. With that, thank you very much for such a patient listening. If you are happy with what I've just said, I would like to expect few emojis here you put, and then we move on to the question and answer. Ayusha seem to be very ready now with all that.
Yeah, wow, standing ovation. So yeah, without any delay, let's enter into our question answer session. So if you guys do have any queries, then please put it on the chat box and I can read it out. But if you want to ask yourself, then just raise the hand and I will call your names one by one and you can unmute yourself and ask the question. So yeah, let's start.
I like this silence.
So can I start, sir? Because I do have one question.
I see Nazila having raised her hand.
Okay, then. Nasala, please go on.
Hello, namaste, sir.
Namaste, Nazila.
Sir, I have a few questions about.
Sure. If you can make it louder so that it's
Oh,
audible.
yes, sir.
It's not very, it's faint.
Sir, I tend to focus some small things. I don't know, like how to adapt that thing. I tend to focus some small things, quickly, or like in a second ago, what happened. Like I don't know, my mind is overthinking or don't know, but I tend to focus. So how to adapt that thing?
Very good. There are frequency adjustment that we have to do of our mind. So if you have not fine-tuned into the right mode of your mind, yes, it will collect a lot of cracking sounds. So it's very important that you get to the right mode of your mind. Remembering everything details of the past and overthinking about the future is a bad mode of mind. Okay, that's not a very right mode of mind. The mind has to be reset in the present moment always. You have to draw learnings from the past, but very frequent revisit of the past is just a waste of time at times. And very frequent visualizations of the future also will take care of a lot of your attentions. Otherwise, you can focus on the present. So resetting your mind to the present is the best mode of mind that you can be. And that comes with a gradual practice. Mindfulness. There are many techniques, many wonderful teachers in the world have taught this. And we being part of the Buddha's land, Buddha was the first scientist, let's call him the scientist who discovered the technology of mindfulness. And you can always revisit this technology of mindfulness and try to nurture your mind so that it practices living in the present. And present mode of mind is the best. Yeah, Nasla.
Sir, I like sorry. Sir, I do have like problem concentrating on something, like trouble concentrating, like presentation or something. I have like trouble concentrating. So how to adapt that?
So therefore, first get your mind to the present mode, and doing that, you start from the body itself. Do you know what's going on in your body? Take note of like the breathing technique that some of the meditation practitioners teach us. The inhale and exhale, if you pay attention to the breathing technique, will tame your mind to focus on the present. So I'm saying it because I've practiced it, and I've read many books and articles and the reviews that has certified that this technique has worked. Therefore, I'm sure that will help you too. So have you ever practiced this kind of meditations to tame your mind?
Yes, sir. I have like meditated for 20 minutes and it helped me a lot. But more of a time, I have like no time for doing meditation because of like house chores. So
No, I think you have now get it very clear. Meditation, you don't have to put aside time for meditations. Any time that you are busy, even now, is your mind fully focused on the conversation that we are having?
sir, to be honest, I have like anxiety and depression, and I'm having difficulty.
Yes.
I'm having
Yes.
difficulty.
Yes. So first acknowledge the difficulty. acknowledge the difficulty, understand if that is a creation of your monkey mind. One of my meditation guru tells the chattering mind. If it could be that the mind is unnecessarily hyping, creating a problem for you. So if you can shut that mind, and the shutting that mind, it only happens if you can bring the mind into the present mode. I think, Nasala, we can deliberate on that further. It's very good that you are aware of this. Okay, the first thing is to be aware of this. The once you are aware of this, you will look for all ways and means. Do not make your mind a wanderer. Shut your mind, focus on your body, focus on your breath. If you put your mind into the present mode, it will take care of a lot of things, the problems that you're going through.
Sir, I think Aisha want to say something.
Yeah, Aisha?
No, I'm not going to say anything.
Any other question? Varun Gyamali, you may ask the question now.
Okay, thank you, sir. यो क्वेसन चाहिँ म सुरु गर्न गएको छु जस्तो यो हामीले जुन आजको टपिक राखिरहेको छौँ हैन जस्तो मेरो आफ्नो सेल्फ लाइफमा चाहिँ म चाहिँ एडप्ट भइरहेको हुन्छु हैन जस्तो यो मोमेन्ट्समा पनि आई क्यान एडप्ट हैन अनि त्यसपछि मैले गरिरहेको छु यो काममा पनि म एडप्ट भइरहेको छु भन्ने चाहिँ आफूलाई फिल हुन्छ तर के हुन्छ भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ हामी डेली लाइफमा चलिरहँदाखेरि मेरो फ्यामिली चाहिँ एडप्ट हुने भन्नाले त चाहिँ यतिमा एडप्ट हुनु हुँदैन वा चाहिँ तैँले अझै गर्नुपर्छ वा चाहिँ भनौँ न कहाँ यसरी हुन्छ हैन अनि त्यसपछि मेरो साथीहरूले पनि यसरी हुँदैन भन्ने यावत कुराहरू अझ भनौँ सोसाइटीको कुराहरू त्यो कुराहरूले गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ आफू जुन लाइफमा चाहिँ कम्फर्ट भइरहेको हुन्छ त्यसबाट चाहिँ जुन अरूको कारणले भनौँ न अरूको कारणले गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ हामी चाहिँ आफ्नो लाइफमा चाहिँ एडप्ट भइरहे पनि केही न केही चाहिँ तेरो मिसिङ छ टाइपको भनौँ न यो कुराहरू चाहिँ आइरहेको हुन्छ कि हैन यसलाई चाहिँ हामीले कसरी सोच्नुपर्छ भन्ने कुरा चाहिँ मैले सरलाई चाहिँ क्वेसन राख्न चाहे नेपालीमै भने सर
ठीक छ I'll respond in नेपाली मेरो नेपालीको फ्लुएन्सी चाहिँ बीचबीचमा इंग्लिश आएर चाहिँ बिग्रिन्छ सो लेट मी ट्राई डुइङ इन नेपाली है त यो वरुणले भनेको कुरा सबैजनाको च्यालेन्ज हो है यो टाइमको च्यालेन्ज हो जेनेरेसन्सको च्यालेन्ज हो मान्छेको सिभिलाइजेसन्समा जहिलेदेखि मान्छे कन्सियस प्राणी भएर ऊ प्रगति पथमा लाग्यो त्यो दिनदेखि त्यो जो मान्छेले एउटा पायोनियर भएर अगाडि हिँड्न खोज्यो त्यसको खुट्टा तानियो एन्ड यु आई थिंक यु नो मेनी स्टोरीज त्यस्ता एरिस्टोटल अब ठुल्ठुला हाम्रै विद्वानहरू नेपालका कति विद्वानहरूलाई चाहिँ त पागल भइस यो चाहिँ तैँले गर्न सक्दैनस् भने द्याट्स अ फोर्स त्यो चाहिँ एकदम सोसाइटीको एउटा रेजिस्टेन्स एउटा फोर्स हो त्यसलाई हामीले एक्नोलेज गर्नुपर्छ र त्यसलाई कसरी म्यानिपुलेट गर्ने त्यसलाई कसरी म्यानेज गर्ने त्यसलाई कसरी क्यापिटलाइज गर्ने भन्ने स्किल चाहिँ हामीले सिक्नुपर्छ सम अफ केही मान्छेहरू एकदम रेबेलियस क्रान्तिकारी भएर त्यसलाई तोडमोड गरेर जाने खालको हुन्छन् कोही मान्छेहरू एकदम प्र्याग्मेटिस्ट भएर सबैलाई मिलाएर लाने खालको हुन्छन् कोही मान्छे चाहिँ भिक्टिम भएर के गर्ने सोसाइटीले दिएन फ्यामिलीले दिएन म त खत्तम म यता जान मन थियो यो पढ्न मन थियो दिएन सो आई कम्प्रोमाइज्ड भनेर सो यु विल सी all categories of people in our society okay now you have to assess your positions are you equipped enough to take a challenge and अब घरकोलाई बुझाएर गर्न सकिने छ कि घरकोसँग रिबेल गरेर पो प्रुभ गर्न सकिने छ कि आई एम नॉट सेइङ दैट यु शुड छोडछाड गरेर एकदम रेबेलियस हुनु भनेको होइन हैन बट यु योरसेल्फ आफुलाई नै भित्रैबाट म के पर्पजको लागि चाहिँ गर्छु त केले मलाई मोटिभेट गर्छ भन्ने चाहिँ कुनै कुल मोमेन्ट्समा कुनै डाँडामा चाहिँ एकदम शान्त सायद बसेको बेला या त सुत्न आँटेको बेला कहीँ न कतै कतै वरुण योर इनर भोइस विल टेल यु के गर्ने त भनेर क्या। सो बट यो प्रब्लम चाहिँ आफूलाई फिट गर्नु पर्यो। म दिज आर द bigger purpose of life that I am trying to work and these are the challenges, what should I do भनेर आफूलाई सोध्यो भने हामीसँग भएको दिमाग र हामी जुन इन्टेलिजेन्सबाट चाहिँ इन्भल्भ भएको हुन्छौँ त्यसले केही न केही सोलुसन दिन्छ। एन्ड आइ एम टकिङ फ्रम माई लिभड एक्सपिरियन्स। म थ्योरी भनिरहेको छैन, मैले मेरो लाइफका एकदम क्रिटिकल डिसिजन्सहरू चाहिँ त्यसरी नै कुल माइन्डमा बसेको बेला चाहिँ wow, oh, this is something I would like to do and I'll go for it भनेर चाहिँ गरेको छु के। So I think that will help you, Varun.
Okay, thank you so much.
We still have got few minutes. Let's capitalize on that. यत्रो चाहिँ साधन स्रोत समय जुटाएर हामी we are on this platform today and after this is disconnected, the opportunity will be broken. You connecting with me again would be another endeavor unless you connect me in my social media, other means, that would be a different setting. But you capitalize so many people together here. We are trying to address some of our very basic problem that we have all been through. So I'm sharing with you my experience that might help. The very name that you can see in my background, Mentor Lab. As a mentor, I am trying to help you. You can be a mentor to anybody else to help. And this is how we can make the life better, the world a better place. And mentoring, I'm sure these words that I'm speaking, these fall into the mentoring category. I'm helping you from my experience. So let's discuss further. Any question?
So,
yeah.
Yes, sir. I don't see anyone raising the hand, so I guess now it's my turn to ask the question. So, what's your perception about fake it till and until you make it? Because we can even like fake our adaptability, right? So, what's your perception?
I like a wonderful movie, Shashank Redemption, something. Have you all watched a movie? A very beautiful movie. It's worth watching, Ayusha, if you get time these days. Shashank Redemption. I do not know if I got it everything right, the name, but Shashank Redemption is definitely one of the highly watched movie around the world. And this prisoner was trying to break the jail to set himself free. Okay, Aisha. So until he discovered that the surrounding, the places that he was living in, the jail, the surrounding was not in his favor. So until surrounding was not in favor, he faked it until he made it. Okay, survival of the fittest. You cannot kill yourself like a moth hitting the fire. You know, moth wants good thing, but does not know about the eventuality, the fatality that the fire can bring, and jumps into the fire right away. But we have got that sensibility. We can assess if those things can be very fatal for you. Until then, you fake and sail through until you make it. Okay. So that is called the survival. You are fitting yourself to the surrounding. You have to disguise yourself into the chameleon character. The chameleon changes its color based on the surrounding and mimicry, adapts to that situation. So adapting to the situation means taking care of yourself, protecting yourself. Unless you protect yourself, you cannot sail through in the next phase of life. So fake it until you make it. That's a tool. That's a technique. You should not misuse it, but you should use it properly.
Yeah, so much. Thank you, sir. So I guess we've got one question in the chat box. So let me read it out.
Yeah.
In this generation, many of youth are facing anxiety and depression. So how to control that emotion and deprive them from this condition towards to the positive in life?
See, the 4 framework that I've just spoken about, you have to, if you are going through a mental stress, if difficulty, you have to shut your overthinking mind, and to do that is focus on the bodily activities. I'm sure if you are a player, or if you are a hiker, if you are a gymnast, whatever, if you have done adequate of your physical exercise, and if you have inhaled adequate fresh oxygen, the freshness of air will release some of your stress. The perspiration, the toxic that you let out from your body will excrete a lot of your toxic. That's momentary release of that toxic will definitely make you fresher. So until you get to the right mode of mentality, make use of your body, reset your body into the freshness. Look at what you eat. Look at if you are having right kind of sleep. Look at the rest. The body, if gets into the right mode, and then it will take care of the mentality. And again, the mind has to be taken care. Is the morning time only good to do meditations, or we can do wherever we are free? Okay, so blending with, again, the same question, meditation is not an act in true sense. Meditations is a style of thinking, is a pattern of thinking that you ultimately get to that mode, the mindful approach to life. Okay, until you become mindful all the time, you practice it. How to do it? You practice it. You practice it. Like my daughter was learning driving, and the other day when I was driving my car, she was sitting by my the other seat, and she asked me, Baba, how do you figure out चाहिँ कहाँनेरि यो चक्का यसरी घुमाउने, कहाँनेरि त्यो गर्ने भनेर, त्यहाँबाट त्यो गाडीले त्यहाँ छुँदैन, यहाँ छुँदैन भनेर, how do you figure out? How do you measure that? The distance कसरी measure गर्नुहुन्छ? And the answer I have, in fact, I also had the same question when I started driving. मलाई पनि कसरी मान्छेले त्यो फिगर आउट गर्छ, यहीँबाट काट्दाखेरि चाहिँ छुँदैन, त्यहीँबाट काट्दाखेरि छुँदैन, हाउ मच टु फिगर द्याट आउट. एन्ड मैले त्यो कुरा एक्सप्लेन गर्नलाई आई डु नट ह्याभ एनी डिटेल्स विथ मी. मलाई थाहा छैन हाउ आई लर्न्ड इट, बट आई लर्न्ड इट नाउ. आई एम सो पर्फेक्ट दिस डेज. यस, आई क्यान फिगर आउट, यहाँबाट गाडी निस्किन्छ, यहाँबाट निस्किँदैन, यो टर्निङ पुग्छ, यो टर्निङ पुग्दैन. That inbuilt capacity that we have lets you sail through. Kasari, you have to do it, practice it many times until you master it. Once you have mastered it, it's so simple. So meditations you do is to get to that mode of mastery that you know when you are mindful. You are always mindful if you are mindful. So until you become mindful of your basic fundamentals, details around you, you'll have to practice. No time is any time. If you have got during the day, any day, traveling anywhere, you can practice mindful. That's a meditation, and that way that will reinforce the quality of mindfulness. Societal expectations, the expectations based on behavior, goal, orientation. Sumit, I've been through the challenge that you are saying. I struggled with my father, I struggled with my brother, I struggled with my grandparents, my relatives. That's a very basic inherent feature of our society. They expect us to fit into certain format, certain timeline. The ideals are very fast changing. So they want us to fit into their ideals, but we have our own ideals. And the next generations, younger to us, will have their own ideals. And these are the conflicts. These are the natural part of life. So you will have to redefine your purpose. If you strongly feel that the purpose that you're living is good enough, that gives you a lot of energy, then you will have to go for it. The lady that I cited an example of in Ukraine, who despite so much of pressure of life, and her life is in danger, but the purpose she chose was to help these stray cats and dogs and the pets. She stayed back. She refused to evacuate. That's the call that she took. If your purpose is very strong, it will keep you going, despite the kind of dragging your relatives, your seniors, other society will do it. So if you are very weak in holding your purpose, people will anyway blow you with a foo sound, if you are not holding your purpose very tight. So identify your strong purpose, hold it tight. Aisha, did I respond to all the questions that were put in the chat box?
Yeah, I guess so, sir. I think we do not have any more questions now. So
is it
guys,
time to now wind up?
So I guess we should wind up now.
Okay. So I would just say a few lines of thanking you all for giving me this opportunity to speak. I'm having spent these many years in corporates and other sectors. Now I'm into a different zone, the mentoring. I would like to be part of the community development and helping the young ones realize their dreams. So this is a transfer of experience that I'm bringing to help you sail through and capitalize on the resources that you're sitting on. Capitalize on them, your body, mind, relationship, and the purpose. If you can fix them, I'm sure, as I said, rewire them properly, I'm sure you will definitely will be making a very good life ahead. Thank you very much for offering me this opportunity.
Thank you so much. And yeah, thank you so much, guys, for being so cooperative and so vigorous in today's session. And I hope this session has been very fruitful, very persuasive, and effective. So yeah, once again, I'd like to thank you all for joining us in this session today. Plus, I would like to make one more announcement, and it is about tomorrow's session, March 8th. And it is on virtual panel discussion on enhancing member engagement in Rotaract. So guys, yeah, please join us tomorrow in tomorrow's session too. So on virtual panel discussion. So yeah, this is it. Thank you so much, guys.